Hello, you're watching Kalike, and I've come up with another numerical on retardation, retarding force, Newton's laws of motion, and equations of motion. So let's check this out. The driver of a three-wheeler moving with a speed of 36 km per hour sees a child standing in the middle of the road and brings his vehicle to rest in 4 seconds, just in time to save the child. What is the average retarding force on the vehicle? The mass of the three-wheeler is 400 kg and the mass of the driver is 65 kg. So this is also a very direct question. You don't really have to do too much of calculation to find out the retarding force. So you see the vehicle is traveling with an initial speed of 36 km per hour, and then he brings it to rest, which means the final velocity becomes 0. So you know the initial and final velocity, and he does that in just 4 seconds. So time is given in order to save the child's life, right? So obviously there is the average retarding force, right? It's not a constant. You have to calculate over this period of 4 seconds. So there's average retarding force acting on the body. Why is it called or referred as the retarding force? Because you see there is a decrease in the speed of the vehicle. So whenever there is a decrease, it will experience a deacceleration or a retardation or a negative acceleration. Hence force will also be called as the retarding force, because the vehicle is brought to a stop. So you have been given the mass of the vehicle as well as the mass of the person. Now why do you have this information? Which means you have to treat the vehicle plus the man as one single system and take this total mass into account while calculating your retarding force using Newton's second law of motion. Okay, so let's just write down what all is given and then just solve it with the equations that we know. So what is given? Initial velocity is 36 km per hour, right? Final velocity is 0 because it's brought to a rest. Time is 4 seconds, right? So there's a retarding force which we don't know how much. We have to find out. The mass of the system, when I say system, I mean it is the mass of the vehicle plus the mass of the man, is 400 plus 65, which is 465 kilos. Now this is in 36 km per hour. You can convert this into meter per second. How do you do that? You multiply this by 5 by 18, right? How do you get 5 by 18? You can refer to my previous numericals. I have shown you 1 kilometer will be 1 kilometer is 1000 meters and 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So 1000 by 3600 will be 5 by 18 on simplification, and you just multiply that every time you get the answer. So this becomes 10 meter per second, right? Now, so do you know the acceleration? No, acceleration is unknown. So you have v naught vt, a is unknown. So you can use this equation of motion. V is equal to v naught plus at to find out a. V is 0, v naught is 10, a is unknown, time is 4 seconds, right? Remember, if you're just keeping it in kilometer per hour, you'll have to convert this into hour as well. Since this is in second, I have converted this into meter per second. Otherwise, if you are retaining 36, this should be converted to hours, and then you can carry out the simplification. Otherwise, your calculation will go wrong. So this will be now minus 10 is equal to 4a, or a is equal to minus 10 divided by 4. So 2 2s are 2 5s are 5 by 2 is minus 2.5 meter per second square. You should end up with a minus sign because you see that there is a decrease in velocity from 10 meter per second to 0. So therefore the brakes have been applied to save the child's life, and you get a retarding acceleration or deacceleration or retardation, sorry. So it's called retardation. Now how do you calculate the force acting on it? F is equal to m into a, how much is m? 465, right, into minus 2.5. so you can just multiply this while I'll do the calculation on this side. So it is 465 into 2.5, 5 5s are 25, 5 6 are 30, 32, so 5 4s are 20, 23, right, 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12, 11, 2 4s are 8, 1, 9. So this will be 5 and 2 and 4 and 11, decimal after one digit, right? So this will be minus 1145.2 Newton. So why do you have a negative sign again? Because this tells you that this is the force that is being applied or acting in a direction opposite to the direction of motion. So negative sign tells you forces, this is acting in a direction opposite to the motion of vehicle. And it should, in order to stop the vehicle, right? So the force is acting in the opposite direction and hence the vehicle is brought to a stop. So this is the answer. I hope you have understood it. Let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section below. Thank you.